this time it's actually really funny because Masha's here, but our keeper's not here. So, Masha, you're on time. Yeah, you're here.
How the turntables? Am I unmuted?
Haha. Yes, you are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, that's the name
Everyone
of the
heard
show.
your turntables joke.
Haha, it's a joke that no one's ever made before, and I definitely have the best version of it.
Haha. It's not like this channel's not after that joke anyhow.
Yep.
It's all good. So, hope everyone's having a good night so far. There's a man.
I hope
the
everyone
myth, the
is
legend.
well rested.
I am
I hope.
having a great time, and I definitely got enough sleep.
Yes.
Wow.
That is
agree.
comforting to hear, friend.
What the
She
heck is
says
that?
convincingly. God, I'm gonna have to fix my lighting at some point, but I do not have the hands for it right now.
Time to obtain more hands.
Dude,
What would we do with more hands?
We don't want to know.
I know what we would do with more hands. I know what I would do with more hands.
Yeah. What would you do?
Cook faster.
Nice.
Learn the drums.
I've tried drumming with the hands I already have, and I think it would be harder with more hands because it's just like more energy expenditure.
Probably. Yeah. Drumming is exhausting. With more hands, what I would do is probably lose control over them and become a villain. As they slowly start to take over my mind.
You do a classic like.
So the Doc
No,
Ock
it's-
route.
Doc Ock. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a Doc Ock reference. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Gotcha,
fun.
gotcha.
Yeah. I've been playing Marvel games lately, so I'm
Hell yeah. Nice.
yeah, until Baldur's Gate 3 shows up and absorbs my life away with its 17,000 endings.
That's a lot of endings.
Give me 1 second.
That's an actual number that they gave.
Damn.
Like, it's 17,000 variations in endings, so it's not like 17,000 big differences in endings, but
No, but when I hear that, my mind flashes back to when.
Where did
like,
we
The
go?
Walking
Where
Dead-
did we leave?
Because I had to post these in-stream announcements inside the in-stream announcements
Oh.
channel, but I can't go to that without blinking y'all out. So everyone still saw it anyway. So made no
But
point.
when I hear that many endings, my mind flashes back to when The Walking Dead season 3 was coming out, and they were like, by the end of the season, there's 42 different versions of this character that you can have depending on your choices. And literally the only difference is what screen you see at the end. It's just like it's literally just like taking a BuzzFeed quiz. It has no
Damn.
impact on the story. It's just like this character was dangerous, outgoing, and personal.
that's super funny. Larian, I trust Larian a lot because Original Sin 2 was really good, so I believe them that there's actually some substance to the endings.
We hope for the best. I love the Walking Dead series though. It's one of my favorite video games.
I never finished it.
Okay, here. I could talk for hours about this, but season 3 is a slog. It is bad. It is not fun. It's hard. It's just the direction they decided to take was crazy. But I really liked season 4. Pretty good. Season 4. I think season 1's hard to beat, but
Which one's season 3?
season 3 is A New Frontier.
Is that the one with the prison, or is it the one with the mayor guy or whatever his name is?
No,
Is it
I'm talking
another
about the
gun-
video game.
Oh, the video game. I see. Fair
I'm talking
enough.
about Telltale's The Walking Dead.
Gotcha.
At the
The
end of
Walking
season
Dead.
3 is where they have like 42 different endings that don't matter. Like literally, season 4 actively does not talk about season 3 in almost a comedic sense. A character will be like, "Have you ever met someone who played baseball?" And then season 3, where the main character is a baseball player, you're just like, "Nope, never met him."
Excellent. Thank you for joining us for the Snack Check podcast, where we talk about anything and everything.
Literally anything.
Fantastic. Also,
Yep.
thank you everyone for the kind words in chat. I appreciate y'all. It's very. Thank you.
You're kind word. Got him.
Thanks. I
Well,
try.
Welcome
I
to
really,
TurnTables.
really try.
Welcome. Sorry, the flash of lightning. Welcome to TurnTables RPG. We are an experimental tabletop RPG stream where every player GMs and every GM plays. We take turns at the end. We take turns at the end of every mystery, switching out the GM and telling a long-form improvised story. You're actually watching the. I want to read that as it is, just to but no, you are watching the second part of our finale mystery for the third season of Monster of the Week, run by me, yours truly. Hello, we're gonna crack this bad boy open. If you would like to check out our previous mysteries, and spoiler alert, you might want to, those VODs are available on YouTube. But that's not all, is it, Saul?
It is not, my dear friend. We do, like Dustin said, we do have a lot of our VODs on YouTube for seasons 1, 2, and a majority of season 3 as well. The VOD for this specific session will be going up this Friday, usually like around in the evening, like 7 p.m. Central Time is usually when I try and get it there. Also on our YouTube, we also have our Uncharted World sci-fi campaign, Return to OE, which these fantastic players played in, and it was GM'd by friend and producer of the channel, Ostionaut, who is in chat. Eric, we love you. Thank you again for your storytelling.
Eric, I love you!
And then we also have our Tiny Tables one-shots that are all kind of based around like one-page RPGs that are a lot of fun, very concise, one VOD bite-sized stuff. And then if you'd like to check out any of our social media, you can just check us out at TurnTables RPG on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok now, Threads now. The list will continue more than likely, but just search it there. For sure, the VODs are on YouTube, so we appreciate any and all views. If anyone will put exclamation point social in chat, I would appreciate it so that people can get the links and stuff. And then, in speaking of appreciation, this content on this channel would not be possible without viewers like you. And we really appreciate all the support that you've given us, whether it's by viewing or following us on social media. The times when you can help us monetarily is also appreciated. And then also just by spreading the word of the channel in general and like sharing it with your friends. We appreciate it all. And we're very quickly approaching, because time passes quickly apparently, the 3-year anniversary of TurnTables RPG this upcoming September, October. So it's been a wild ride, and it's a passion project for most of us. And so the fact that you've been with us and you're watching us right now, or you're watching us on YouTube, just means a lot. So thank you very much. We appreciate you. And then we can go ahead and Chris, tell us about Twitch Prime. Oh, he's changing the music. Okay.
Guys, I would like to invite you to this exciting new opportunity. You've heard all this discourse between Twitter and Threads, and I invite us to do something a little different here at Turntables Incorporated, LLC Co.
Pending.
We are, in fact, releasing this new hit Turntables social media called Turns. That's right. It's your turn on Turns. If you would like access, specific invite to the demo of this hit social media, all you have to do is click subscribe with Twitch Prime, and you can get access to our secret social media. We'll email you eventually, I promise. If you just connect your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account, you can get a free Twitch subscription, and then we'll at some point email you to join this new hit social media, Turns. Now, you might be asking, what is so special about Turns? And I tell you, Twitch Prime.
This offer is not legally binding in the state of New York.
Just the state of New York.
The state.
At New York, we don't want you on our
It's legally
site.
binding everywhere else.
We don't want you on our site, New Yorkers.
I don't want to be legally bound.
We're not. I feel like from now on, I'm gonna have to get like some kind of like lower thirds little sign that says this offer is a bit, and we're like,
Yeah.
not
This is
real.
a
It's not-
joke. LOL.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
It's so sad. We are going to be stealing all your information, though. That is actually...
Next week, we're actually going to release one only for New York.
And it's all of us
Yeah, we're
talking
gonna
like
release-
Joey Wheeler the entire time.
it's
Oh my god.
We will get banned from New York. We will never be allowed to be in the state of New York. They're gonna put out a wanted poster on in every New York airport.
I'm already not allowed
So
in New York.
do
I
not
prefer
let these
Chicago
people
type.
into our state.
I prefer Chicago-style pizza, so I'm already not allowed in New York.
Oh, interesting.
That's
I have no opinions on such.
interesting.
Mars,
I
please.
I like thin crust, but it's just not as good as.
Mars, please save us from this never-ending circle we find ourselves
Before we
in.
dig our hole deeper into the anger of
Yeah.
New Yorkers.
I will. Maybe Patrick Costa is from New York. He's the artist who did all of our art. I don't think he's from New York,
He's
but he
so
might
not.
be.
I think he's from like Brazil.
He is from Brazil.
Anything is possible.
If you believe.
He's visited New York. He drew the art you can see on our overlay. This is a mess. You can, along with the full art you might have caught during the pre-stream. If you did not see that full art, you will see them again during the break. You can follow him on Instagram and Twitter at PCInc_.
No breaks today. I've decided.
I think you,
No
you
breaks.
can also see the full body art on our Instagram, and I think he posted a lot of
Yes.
the art he did for us as well. So you can
Yeah.
define that eventually, if you look
Yep.
hard enough and believe in yourself.
Believe in the heart of the cards.
Yep.
I believe.
Do you believe,
Speaking
Masha?
of,
Believing.
I believe. I have the mic now. No one else can
And
talk.
I believe.
Nope. Stop it. Along with shouting out Patrick, we would also like to shout out the homebrew playbooks and creators. I'm using the Tracker by Mike Keck, and last season, Saul was using the Amnesiac by Jason Burns. You can find their respective links in chat and follow Jason Burns on Twitter at JabmanB. Hey Saul, if I want an expanse and I want it to be hallowed, can you help me find that?
Yeah. You know, I might have just the thing.
So sorry.
No, you're good. Yeah, including speaking of shouting out and stuff like that. The Holiday Expanse is a friend of the channel. It's a D&D charity stream that streams on Sundays at 1 p.m. Central Time. Tries to do around 1 p.m. Central Time. You can check it out on twitch.tv/Aurelia with the 3. Thank you, Dustin, for getting that link in chat. I play in that game. I am a tiefling monk, and we will be
What?
playing. Yes, yeah, and we will be playing next Sunday. Yeah, it's actually the monk is the only class in D&D that I had never played, so it's been a very fun
Oh.
time.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to trying it out in Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah, for sure.
It's
Speaking of dope ass actual plays, Mars, tell us about your dope ass actual plays.
I have 2 to talk about. The first one is a series that has already happened. It was a series of Thirsty Sword Lesbians that was roller derby themed that I played over on TTRPG. That is now complete. There are 3 episodes. They're all pretty short, so if you've got a couple hours to watch some Thirsty Derby Lesbians, you can do that over on YouTube. Where all the VODs live now. In second news, more about Thirsty Sword Lesbians. On Friday, I will be playing in a Thirsty Sword Lesbian one-shot over on GM Hina's Hina? I think it's Hina. Channel for an event called Pride Never Dies, where we've got cool giveaways. We're raising money for Trans Lifeline. Other stuff. Thirsty Sword Lesbians Antics. How about that? You can check that out on Friday at a time that I'm forgetting. But there's information in the tweet that's in the chat. So check that out. That is my information. Dustin, you know things about Twitch. Tell us more.
Well, it's a website. It's owned by Amazon at this point.
What?
They typically use purple as their color.
Mhm.
And I stream on it sometimes, from time to time, including I plan on streaming tomorrow around 4 p.m. Eastern. If anybody's around during that time, come hang out. But yeah, I'm probably in the chat at some point, or I will be. There we go. Yeah, so I do that sometimes from time to time, every now and then. So come and hang out and watch me be an idiot.
And just rather charming as well.
I'm a charming idiot.
Speaking of charming, Chris.
Himbo.
Hi.
What a master of words.
Hey, me and my girlfriend saw you liked your vibe from the other side of the room.
Oh no.
Isn't that just charming? Oh gosh. Anyway, I'm Christopher Allard, and I do art.
Your mom watches this part of the stream.
She does. She does.
I wonder if she'll
I do
understand.
art. I do art in so many forms, so many ways. How many ways? You gotta find out if you look at my art portfolio. And if you would like to, if you see art on my portfolio and you're like, damn, I wish there was ways I could put that on my body or even the wall. Wow. Do I have something for you? You can actually, I'm ignoring my mother. You can actually, in fact, buy prints of my art on imprint if you would like high quality prints, or if you would like t-shirts, you can get Redbubble or TeePublic, where you can get things like this shirt I have based off of this animated thing I'm doing for my senior thesis. It has a front print and a back print with the poster on it, if you would like, to do that. I have two because the first one came and the back print is super dull and melted together, and so if you do buy one from TeePublic and that happens, you just have to email support and send pictures, and they'll send you a new one instantly for free. And the second one was perfect, which is the one I was holding. I'm wearing the one with a messed up back, but yeah. So that's my one thing. If you want to buy t-shirts, you can do that. And then also, of course, I guess I'm doing this. Speaking of my mother, let's talk about my.
You don't have to.
It's gonna be weird. Wait. There's my grandmother.
So cute.
She is. Can I zoom in? Oh wait, no, that's just going. No, that's just okay. We're just okay. Never mind. Yeah, that's. Yeah. So this is my grandmother. She wrote a book as being held. No. Okay.
Well, there it goes.
Nope. There it goes. Oh.
Oh,
Oh
no.
wow. Oh wow.
Chris, what have you done?
Yeah. There it is. I think I unplugged my capture card. That's fun. Anyway, so this is, yeah. Hey, will this fix it? Nope. Did I break it?
That'd be cool. What a
The
what a way to start it.
These technological problems in live is brought to you by the Adventures of Roy Joy.
And there he goes.
There he goes.
So
That's a great question, Eric. You can't hear what I'm saying, but I also would like to know what is happening. Just kind of like in all times.
There goes my hero. Watch him as he goes. Da-na-na-na-na.
Yeah. And now he's in
eating
casual.
mozzarella.
Okay, now he's back in the correct. He rolled snake eyes and I punished him. I'm sure he'll hop up in a second. In the meantime, for those of you watching, we hope that you enjoy this jumble. The top half of
If I go all the way up, I'm Dustin.
Correct. Yes.
I'm the keeper
Dustin,
now.
if you raise yourself up just a little bit, you'll be Chris.
I just have to. I mean, Chris is tall, so I have to be taller.
That's fair. Masha would have to get
Yeah.
really close to her mic in order to be me. We're just trying to figure out the new streaming situation.
Oh, is it because, hold on, I'm not looking at stream. Is it because
I'm not either.
everybody's... I need to be like over here,
Yeah, maybe like duck down just like a little bit more.
down a little bit.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Now you're in the box.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Man,
yeah.
I am really delayed from like,
Meanwhile, I have to be
because I
like,
haven't
right
even
here.
moved.
Hello. Wait, this is actually really hurting my side. What fun! What
This
fun
is
we're
an
having.
exciting new
This is-
stream layout.
I have to refresh my browser because it took 45 seconds for my movement to appear
Mhm.
on
Damn.
the stream.
Um.
There we go. Oh, this is hilarious now that I can see it.
Yeah. The.
Oh wait, this is so funny. Hold on. How do I take a screenshot again? No, not that. That's the wrong button. Man, oh my god, I beeped it.
No, that's okay. We'll get there. Quick, everyone say their fave things about Chris. Oof. Okay.
Chris is great.
Yes. No, Chris
He
is
can't
fantastic.
hear us though,
Yeah.
and we're not even live. Oh, there's an ad break, but we are still live. That's how that works. Okay. I don't know how Twitch Prime. Chris is very cool. Great artist. Love the content he produces.
Correct.
Very witty and funny at all times.
Who?
Yeah.
Correct.
Christopher.
Dope. Someone tested out the new link. Sorry, I spent a good chunk of Sunday on a call with Ori figuring out stuff for the Discord server, so I'm glad that it's working. I've said it before. I've said it again. Chris has an incredible imagination. I love him a lot. I desperately want to meet him
Hello?
in person. Oh, there we go. He's back.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay,
What's
I
hello?
can't hear anyone, so that's fun.
Oh boy.
Oh, great.
Hold on. Okay, there we go.
Okay.
Can you hear us
Hello?
now?
He's
Yep,
back.
I can.
From
Well-
outer space.
This is why I can't ever show my grandmother's face. I just can't take her anywhere anymore.
I'm gonna have to go into the recording and I'm gonna have to like put like a glitch effect in front of your grandmother's photo in order to like
Yeah.
make the whole thing like really work.
Indeed.
Yeah, that was that was just not. I hate it. The Discord freaks out if I unplug my capture card.
Sure. That is fair.
I do like when he uses the wrong soundboard thing by accident. It's really funny almost every time. Especially when it's the
Is
splat
Music
sound
Man
effect.
playing, or am I?
I don't hear
I'm
you.
not hearing anything from Music Man.
I don't hear any
Okay.
music either.
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh joy! Because then I restarted
Fiesta.
Discord, and then it signed me out, and then it signed Music Man in.
Mm.
Mm.
Today is truly. Oh
Okay.
There
damn!
we
I was
go.
just about to make a joke about the day the music died. But
Well, he's back.
He's back.
Jesus.
he ruined my joke.
Anyway, sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize. If you feel bad for me, buy my grandmother's book.
Yeah, I'll put those
There we
links in
go.
chat. There we go. Mars, lead us back in.
I do art.
Yes.
You can purchase it. That is the end of my weird chant song. It had like a minor tune to it, and then you can purchase art that I make at my Etsy store, or you can go and commission me, or you can do other things.
Did Mars just create the song of the summer?
I did, yeah. Check out your local radio station. That'll be playing 24/7, 365. So it's actually the song of the year. It's not just the song of the summer. It's the song of eternity now.
Welcome to KUTX 107.1.
So, completely unrelated.
Yes.
You guys ever get just a random gift sub to somebody on Twitch?
Actually, it's not happened to me, but I've seen. I know that it does happen to others.
It's happened to me a few times, and a lot of times it's like I just got one, and it's to channel I've never seen before. But I just want to give a big shout out to Poopy Pants for the sub to Nobody. So I appreciate your free sub, Poopy Pants. That's cool.
None
Shout
of
out to my boy
those
Poopy
were.
Pants.
Yeah, Poopy Pants. God, shout out.
Shout outs to Poopy Pants for the sub to Nobody.
Do you think that God
I love the
hides in
internet.
heaven because he too is afraid of when he's
I do think if we ever want to do another movie night, I
It
think
has to
watching
be
Spy Kids movies.
Correct.
I think
yeah,
it's really
absolutely.
funny.
Absolutely.
I'm down. That sounds amazing.
Yes, agreed.
Go.
I think that's the end of the announcements.
Okay.
We got there.
We sure.
Honestly, still not the longest announcements we've ever.
Well, yeah, that's true.
How is that possible? How have we done longer announcements?
We
We're
definitely
not
get more
doing
sidetracked.
affirmations.
Well, the affirmations aren't part of announcements because they happen after the announcements.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Also, I like the affirmations.
I like them too, but if we're trying to be, we're talking about
Dog,
efficiency.
they
what
were all happening during my sessions, and all my sessions were under 3 hours. So, step up your
True.
game. What's up?
Well, okay. It doesn't. Please save me.
He faded out the music for you, Dustin.
I know. I was gonna sit there and act like I'm frozen for a second, but I decided probably not gonna do. Okay. Anyway. Okay. So we rejoin what's going on at the Fogwell itself. Miss Merrill is currently got her hand resting on this strange clock that was delivered to her by Ned Hastings. Her eyes are closed and there's an odd glow about her. And that glow grows brighter and brighter and brighter until it finally bursts out of her. Multiple bright lights shoot up into the sky, each a different color. And I would say there's about 5 of them. But they shoot into the sky and immediately plummet back down to the earth. Not to Miss Merrill, but into the Fogwell itself. She continues her focus for a few moments longer before her eyes open. Still the clouded orbs that we've come to know. And once more, we hear her voice. And she says, "There's still hope." Welcome back to Monster of the Week.
And that's right.
And we're back.
And
So yeah,
and
and that's how the ending's gonna go.
Mm-hmm.
But remember, we're
Right.
not supposed to tell them that.
Sure.
Right.
it ends with me having more camera troubles.
Philip
It
becomes a
does,
real
it does,
boy.
No way! I've got those things to hold me down. To
I
make
have
me- I'm-
acne.
Yeah, he's ginger. He's susceptible to the sun.
Mm.
So we have just seen what has happened at the Fogwell, and I'm going to give you two, the two that were there, a chance to react to this before we go anywhere else. So, what's up? You guys have just seen Miss Merrill, basically,
Zordon.
kind of Zordon into the Fogwell. Like she's still there. She herself is not like zooped into the Fogwell, but she has like got
just
something going on.
Summoned 5 magic beams that enter the Fogwell.
I don't know. Who knows what she did? Nobody's talked to her yet. What are you doing?
Miss Merrill, you gotta remember I'm not magically inclined. What is it that you just did?
Oh, see, I understood completely.
Philip,
Okay.
do you want to explain then?
No,
Go ahead, Philip. Please explain it for me.
no, I just need to make sure you understand it first. So you repeat it to me, Miss Merrill.
I just did it, so
No, but I'm saying I
I
need
need
you
to understand. Miss Merrill, can you
I'm not
please
just gonna
explain it
give
to
away
me?
the secret.
Philip's not a
sauce.
good teacher.
A good magician never
There it is,
reveals
okay.
his secrets.
I was about to do that in Atticus Campbell's voice, but you beat me
A
to
good magician never reveals his secrets.
A little late there.
Ah.
it. He just takes a big puff of his stuff.
Mm-hmm.
This marble, and she holds out the marble that Fig found. Or I guess Cole found it and then gave it to Fig, but she holds out the Fushigi orb.
It's a marble. I was using
And,
force
yeah,
perspective.
It was actually really well done. At first I thought you really did have a marble, and it took me a moment to realize that it wasn't. Anyway, and so she's holding it in her hand, and she squeezes it. And when she opens her hand back up again, it's dust.
That's cool.
This one didn't have enough power. Not enough power for what we need for it, but I was able to use it to locate more. What I was casting was a location spell. The Fogwell is, well, Philip, you know, the Fogwell itself
I do.
connects things together.
Like the jellyfish.
Yes, sure, whatever that means.
He's a good hugger.
I've never been in myself, but
The water's great.
listen. You two can't do this on your own. We need your friend's help. Do you have any way of getting in touch with them?
Unless you want to send angry sayings at them, no.
I mean, I can try to contact him, and I mean, we discussed. Let me just and Fig's gonna be so gentle with everything. Fig pulls her phone out and texts Arthur and says out loud, well, I guess it doesn't really matter what I tap, but I might as well try. And she sends, oh, how the fuck are they gonna find us?
Location services. Share your location
no,
with
I
Arthur.
don't. I have a shitty phone.
Oh, that's right,
This
you
is
do.
canon.
Oh,
God
damn it.
Fuck. Miss
So-
Merrill, do you have an iPhone?
Well, I had one at the shop.
Oh,
Oof, rough.
Well, I don't have that. Whatever. I'll just.
I hope you have good insurance.
That's what was in the cellar. She wanted her iPhone.
Yeah. She's like, I forgot my phone. Can you get it for me?
She had like 5 of them.
Oh, burners. I get it. She's a
Anyway,
black market
so
dealer. Quite frankly, I don't know that we can get back together with the rest of the crew because any text I send or any voice message I send gets retranslated into some rudeness. And getting here, I could only do because of Philip. I don't know where I am right now, despite the fact that I've mapped every inch of this forest.
Well then, it looks like we're gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way.
Wow. Oh? By just
You
going
have
back
a
into
carrier
town
pigeon?
and...
No, with magic.
Oh.
The oldest of fashions.
Hmm.
Now, would you two volunteer as tribute?
I'd rather not.
Sure, might as well. Fuck it.
He's gonna lay his raccoon hands on you.
He is actually, yes. He's gonna walk up and his little raccoon hands are gonna like just press against your shin bones, I guess, because it's Philip. And he's gonna say, "Think of someone you're close to. One of your other friends. Don't think of that one." And he points at Fig.
Okay. I was thinking about little man.
Think real hard.
Okay. I'm
Harder.
thinking. Ah!
Think harder. Think hot. And like halfway through the last word, Philip disappears.
Where'd you send him?
Where'd
Who
that
knows?
skelly boy go?
What do you mean, who knows?
Well, hopefully, I send him to your friends for what it's worth.
Should I wait here or should I... Well, I should wait here.
Yeah, I need to talk to you anyway.
All right.
But we'll get to that in a little bit. So we're gonna go to the other three. Let's see. So where we last left us is
Screaming
we just
everything's
beaten
on
up.
fire.
We just beaten up a bunch of those crystal things, and some anger stuff happened. So that's gonna be fun to deal with later. What do you guys do?
This is immediately after defeating the constructs.
Yes. Yeah.
Mars, you look like you had something.
I was gonna say something, and then I realized I don't have my dice near me, and then I forgot what I was gonna say. But I'll just pull up online dice.
Neat.
Very fun. Did anyone get hurt during the fight? I remember I took one harm. I don't think Ren took any harm, but I think maybe Cole took some harm.
Cole didn't take harm. Cole got spit on.
That's right. Cool, then it's just me. Right on.
No.
I don't need to heal that. I forgot that I had printed it out. Cole's sheet. Yes, Cole is at 2 harm right now.
Yes.
Yes. Dope. Let's see here.
Was there like commotion going on across the street or something like that? I feel like we were over here for a reason.
There was. You were trying to look when you got attacked by those things.
Okay.
You are on the opposite side of the remains, I guess, of the Miss Merrill's shop.
Yeah. Ruins, rubble, remains. They all start with R.
Yeah.
English is funny that way.
Can I read a bad situation?
Sure. You can try.
Okay.
Let's see if the die hate you today.
Let's see what these
That's
are.
not great. That's a 6.
Altogether?
6 altogether. Yep. I keep forgetting I have 0 sharp.
Can Arthur help them?
Yeah.
Um,
Roll. Tell me what you're doing, and then
yeah, Mars,
roll plus cool.
how is Ren attempting to read the bad situation?
I think Ren is just like standing across the street trying to like look closer at like maybe they're trying to like make little like
The hand
with
binoculars.
their like
Sure.
binoculars with their hands. Just trying to like get a closer look from across the street, or across the chasm, I guess.
I think Arthur's gonna walk up next to them, pull out his phone, go to the camera, and attempt to like zoom in, for using the camera zoom to see if we could see anything better, you know. And to be fair, we're right up against the chasm, and he's holding out his phone doing this, just so that we're clear on what the stakes are here. And
Yeah.
it's just normal help out, so that's plus cool.
What's cool? Be cool, man. Be cool.
Be cool. So I rolled a 6 and a 3, which is a 9, and I have a +1 to cool, so it would be a 10.
Perfect. And so you just give a +1, so you can hold 1. And I don't
All
have to
right,
take a hard move against you. Ooh.
Yeah, keeper.
I'm gonna spend one of my holds.
Yeah. Good. Get him out now. Get him out now.
There you go. Because from Bottle It Up, I held 3 at the end of last session, able to use it for anything except for Act Under Pressure. And even though you're using Cool, this is not Act Under Pressure. So
Correct.
I'm going to force that into a 9 so that I get to do something to you. It's going to be great. What is... I don't have it pulled up. What is the exact wording of it?
Yeah, so on a 7 to 9, your help grants them +1 to their roll, but you also expose yourself to trouble or danger.
Cool. I already know what I'm going to do, but go ahead. First, ask your question, please.
I think what's my best way in being what's my best way to get across this street and help out?
Yeah, no problem. There's actually a weakened, excuse me, a weakened telephone pole just teetering over the edge. You could probably push it over and turn it into a bridge. I mean, it's not going to be a pleasant walk across. It might be a little bit scary, and by a little bit, probably absolutely terrifying. But you could probably kick that bad boy over, especially if you use Cole's axe.
All right.
We just have to get to a high point and use our glider to glide across the chasm.
Yeah.
That's
Oh darn! Unfortunately, your stamina is out right now. Darn. That's my bad thing. I'm going to use against you. Your glider is broken. You can't use it.
Shit. That actually is a heavy blow. We need that.
That would be no. So that is your way across. How would you like to react?
I think Ren's gonna turn to Cole and say, "Can you like make a bridge with the telephone pole?"
Yeah, sure. I could probably do that. Let's see what we can do. And he's going to go over and begin hacking away at it, and it's going to fall.
All right.
It's going to fall and create a small bridge across.
I think Ren's gonna turn to his friends and be like, I'll go first, and just start I think he's gonna sit on it and start shimmying across it, just sort of scooting his way down this telephone wall.
Sure.
Excellent. Hey, I have a question for you, Arthur. What do you think is the most important thing in Arthur's world? If you had to pick one thing, if for example, something were to be threatened that would really make Arthur panic, what do you think would be the best thing to threaten?
His book of ABCs.
Objection.
He really needs that.
Objection. Leading the witness.
Yeah. Okay.
However, I will say, very obviously, I think Arthur loves Ren very deeply, and so if Ren is in danger, I think Arthur is going to, as we've seen in other mysteries in the past, he's definitely willing to go life and limb. So yes, if Ren is in danger, then Arthur is
That's
there.
so good to know. You
Yeah.
know,
I'm sure it is.
because it turns out earlier, you definitely did not roll a 10 to help out, right? You definitely did not roll a 10.
I mean, I rolled a 9,
you
but
definitely
I
didn't
had
roll
a
a
plus
10.
1 to cool, but then the keeper
and
decided to use something against
so
me. That's
you-
fair.
The telephone pole begins to crack under the weight of Rin.
Arthur's moving.
So I know that this is probably unfair because I'm not technically putting Arthur in danger, but I feel like this is more dramatically intense.
Sure. I mean, listen,
Yeah.
just me in general. I was like, I don't trust this telephone pole. It's a chasm, and this is a stick.
I saw it.
Basically.
I know. And I hey, listen. And
Yeah.
what better way to get you on the telephone pole
Sure.
than this?
Can I ask a question of the keeper?
Yo, what's up?
The telephone pole, I'm assuming it has like the wiring that has either snapped or in some way, shape, or form. Would that be correct, or is it just the pole itself?
No, you're right. Yeah, there's there are a couple of wires just lying on the ground,
Okay.
sparking.
Sure. You think my boy's scared of being electrocuted right now?
I hope not.
Fuck. Okay. Damn. Now Saul is worried about getting electrocuted / electrocuting his partner. Okay. Okay. So you said the telephone pole is cracking. Is the crack emanating from like the central, or like it's from the center of the pole? Like what? Paint me a picture here, please, DM. Or
Sure.
people.
So we'll say that Rin has made it. I'll be generous and say it's about 3/4 of the way across.
Okay.
Like, Rin is almost to the other side.
Sure.
The cracking is happening probably around the middle of the pole itself. It looks like it was damaged anyway in the earthquake somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention that this is Fogwell. They don't exactly like keep up their stuff as well as they should. So the middle of the pole is probably cracking a little bit.
Gotcha. Okay. And then, is there anything? How does this work? I think for the moment, because I'm assuming that Ren will have a chance to also act themselves. For the moment, I think since Arthur's technically on the other side of the chasm, he's just gonna yell, "Ren, the pole's cracking!" and like attempt to just get them to move faster, possibly, because there really isn't anything that Arthur can do from this distance. But he is gonna eye those cables on the ground, and attempt to look at something to lasso onto. Because why not? But he has not grabbed the cords,
The
live wires.
the lightning cords.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The Ben Franklin
Mm-hmm.
tubes. Okay. Hey, Ren,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Kimmy, who crossed that pole a lot faster. I think you said Ren's like a little over halfway, right?
Yeah, about 3/4 of the way. Yeah, you're definitely closer to the other side.
Ren's gonna try and get to the other side then.
Why don't you act under pressure for me?
Okay. Fuck.
These fucking online
Listen,
dice.
Yeah. Never you can always trust Mars die in dire situations.
Yeah, that's a 6.
Interesting. A 6. Wild.
A 6. Yeah.
If only someone was willing to help somehow.
Hey, keeper.
I help.
Philip
Not yet, you're
appears
not.
just at the right moment.
Philip appears and grabs Ren and flies away.
Philip comes in with the steel chair.
Hits Ren instead.
Hits Ren to safety. Like they still take 2 harm, but they on the other side.
No. Philip shows up, hits Ren, and says, "I've always loved Arthur," and then it's like this big. love triangles
Hashtag
in
filter. Hashtag filter.
All right. Anyway.
Also, I forget if we roll under a 6 but get help out, do we mark experience for that?
No.
I don't think so.
Okay. I didn't think so, but I wanted to check.
Yeah. You only do that if you face the consequences.
Yes, Keeper. Arthur would like to help.
Yeah. How are you gonna do that?
That's a great question. I'm still thinking. Okay. Okay. Sorry. I need my mind. Chasm. Telephone pole. Ren is on the other side. They're rushing to get to the end. The telephone pole is cracking down the middle.
Sure is.
Arthur still on the other side. Right.
Got it.
No, I'm confirming with you. I'm still on the other side. Arthur. Yeah. Okay.
I assume so, unless you've developed teleportation. You got angel wings?
Maybe I have one more experience before I level up. Okay, I'm going to, without asking, I'm going to steal Cole's axe. I'm gonna grab one of the live wires and I'm going to wrap it around the shaft of his axe and tie it up. I'm running as I'm doing this. Okay. And then I'm going to run onto the pole of the one half of the pole that's on my side that's now dipping forward, right? And I want Arthur to launch himself, chuck the axe across the chasm so that it slams into something on the other side, or at least onto the ground, and we have some kind of tether that both Arthur and Ren can grab onto. That's the only thing I can think of, dog. That's the only thing. This is gonna be rough if I fuck up this roll.
It sure is. Go ahead.
Okay.
Roll act under pressure for me.
You could also use luck.
I could. You are absolutely right. I have so much luck.
Everybody has. No one ever uses luck.
You know I'm gonna use that luck. that's a 4 and a 1, so that's a 5. So I'm gonna use luck to roll a 12.
Okay, cool.
What is your luck special?
When I spend a luck point, you'll soon find something from your original life. It might be something good, or it might be bad.
Interesting.
Very interesting, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
I wonder what I could find, a suit of armor that could help me take off that last part of the last harm. A shield, maybe. A horse? Oh, a horse would be so much fun.
Well, it also doesn't have to. Does it have to be your past, or could it just be hey, last week you met you met someone?
Remember that quarter that you lost last week towards when you were going to the laundromat? You find it. Yes. So Arthur is anime running on this telephone pole, chucking himself off, tossing the axe, and he's gonna yell to Ren, grab on! And you tell me what the axe latches onto, but we now have a tether.
Oh, I know exactly what's gonna happen here because
it latches onto the body of Jamie Foster.
You used luck, so I'm going to let this be kind of a little bit of Deus Ex Machina, because I feel like that's kind of what luck is.
Sure.
So you do chuck it, but Arthur is strong, but he's still human, So basically, here's what happens: the axe spins as it flies. I guess it spins as it flies, heading toward the other street. There's not really much there to purchase. There's nothing to grab hold of, but this is your only shot. And as it flies, you can see that it's not gonna make it, and you are obviously you feel that sense of dread, because it's not just you in danger, but the person you care for the most. And in that exact moment, a blinding light shines on the opposite side as Philip appears. And And I really did think about just having it hit him like in a just a bone somewhere.
Sure.
Because I think that would be absolutely hilarious to be like for him to be like, oh, well then. But no, I think that Philip appears on the other side of this chasm as the axe sort of hits the ground but doesn't stick into anything. And Philip, being Philip,
I let it fall.
Because I want to save them myself.
Yeah, Philip just flies over and picks them up like, hello.
I was kind of hoping that Philip would, be cool and help with your original idea, because that's
okay.
like,
I will.
And you
I
can
will.
just do it. I'm not gonna make you roll for it because this is luck. You are the Deus Ex Machina here.
Epic.
So Philip is able to understand what you were trying to go for and picks up the axe and jams it into.
No, I think Philip is like, oh,
Okay.
Cole's axe, and grabs it. He's like, maybe he needs this.
And he just starts trying to wrestle it from the cable.
Why is it all tied up?
He's like, let it go, you evil cable.
I will note that Red still counts as a mixed success on that act under pressure.
That is true.
Because even though Arthur used luck, it was a luck on help out.
Oh, that's right. It was.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Cool.
So yeah, you get the +1 and you go up to a 7.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, you have the cable to grab hold of, and we'll say that you do, and and in fact we'll even say that you guys are able to grab the cable and make your way across. However, it is a live cable.
Yeah.
And I have to do something with that, you guys. So, Ren, why don't you take 2 harm, ignore armor, as this cable absolutely gives you a big zappy owie.
That's fair.
But hey, you two are across the chasm, and your friend, your best friend in the world, Philip, is here.
Good catch.
In fact, he saved you both. Hello. If it weren't for Philip, you all would be falling down a chasm right now. And I don't know what I would do. I do know what I would do. I do know.
I mean, look, guys, what are the odds? Am I right? This was good. This was lucky. I feel good about this.
Yeah, why are you back? And where's Fig?
Oh, chilling.
So,
I do not know.
I mean, pretty much. I mean, yeah.
Answered nothing.
She's fine. Which is good.
They said no, I
She's
don't
good.
know, and then you were like, pretty much, yeah. Like, what does that mean?
okay.
Do you not know what happened to Fig?
No,
Like-
well, technically, I don't. Anything could have happened the moment I left.
Yeah, you actually aren't even 100% sure what happened to you to get there, because it was a spell you didn't know.
Yeah, it's kind of normally I have to jump into the Fogwell to do it, but this time a raccoon just touched me in the shins.
Yeah. Speaking of, you have this really weird feeling on that same shin that he touched, Philip, and you feel like it's almost like a lifeline connecting you back to the Fogwell.
Oh, that's cool. It's like I have a checkpoint.
Well, okay, not exactly a checkpoint. More like one of those things where you can tug on it and maybe somebody will pull you back.
Someone has to tug on his shin?
Magically.
Okay.
Philip grabs his leg and starts shaking it.
Magically speaking. Well, while Philip fills you guys in on what I'm assuming Philip's going to talk about.
I
what
did.
happened, we're going to go find out actually what happened to Fig. Fig, how's it going?
It's going. I don't know. There's a raccoon here.
There's a raccoon, an old woman, and a salty, grizzled sea captain.
Yep, and the magic raccoon just sent my friend away.
Yeah, he did. Now he's smoking again.
That good ganja.
He's got to get the his mana back somehow. Turns out he's a Weedromancer.
I'm hoping I can see God and ask him how we get out of this.
Hilarious.
Nature Maker.
I assume that at some point Philip is gonna make their way back here with the rest of the crew. What can I help with in the meantime?
Yeah, I should have told him about the spell, but it's a little late for that now.
Right.
Right. Fig, I gotta talk to you.
All right.
So, and like Atticus kind of like walks up and just stands there with his little raccoon hands behind his back, just like rocking back and forth on his feet. And Miss Merrill looks in his direction and says, "Alone, please." Oh, right. He takes 2 steps back and continues standing there.
High as a kite by the time he gets back here.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk. You remember before not really on purpose, I kind of sent you on a journey.
Yes, I remember very clearly.
You're gonna have to do that again.
I don't think so. I don't think that you have to do that.
No, I do.
For what possible reason would you have to send me somewhere again?
It's not gonna be the same. This is a different type of magic, but more powerful. You won't be a cat this time, probably.
I was not a very good cat, so that's a positive, but you're gonna have to be real convincing to get me to be on the receiving end of more time, magic, whatever.
If you don't, the world is probably gonna end.
Okay, understandable. What do I have to do?
Well, it's not just gonna be you, at least. I'm gonna be sending all of you back.
Oh?
But... And she goes quiet for a moment, and you can tell, possibly for the first time, maybe since you've known her, Miss Merrill seems scared. As she kind of like, her hand is sort of rubbing across that weird cloth you saw. This is strong magic, Fig, and strong magic takes a lot. And I think that if anything happens to me, I need you to promise me that you'll look after Fogwell.
Well, nothing's gonna happen to you. Everything will be fine. But in the off chance that you do this crazy magic and you decide you want to retire in a different part of the state, I'll watch after Fogwell.
Sure. And
Miss Merrill gets sent to a farm upstate.
She rebuilds the co-op.
there's something in the basement of, well, I guess the rubble now, that you might need.
It's her phone.
It's my cell phone.
So,
Don't look at the browser history.
it's important. I need you to find it. Not now. But I need I need you to promise me
Promise you what?
that you'll at least look, Fig.
What am I looking for?
It's a deed. Not a regular one.
A magical one?
No, one made in color pencils. Yeah, of course it's a magical one.
They have to be mean to me. They should have gone, that's it.
I'm a little stressed out here right now. But it's what I'm sure that you've noticed that the existence of my antique shop was oftentimes a comfort to the people in town. It wasn't just because of me. This deed was, you could call it sanctified, but it's not quite that holy. I'm not really a religious woman. They don't really like witches, believe it or not. But it gave us a safe place in Fogwell. And if something happens to me and you can't stop this mountain, people are gonna need somewhere safe.
So I take the deed to a different location and it makes it safe?
Not quite, but I can't explain it. But you're the only person I can trust. I know Cole has the best in mind for Fogwell, but I feel like he would try to do too much. And Philip, I'm not sure how the magic would interfere with him, especially now knowing what I know. Please.
All right, I will definitely look for it. How far back are you sending us anyway?
I don't know.
All right.
All I know is where I'm sending you for whatever reason is going to be connected to you. It may not be a connection that makes sense, but it is going to be a connection to you.
Me specifically. Not
No.
like us as a group, but like me, Fig.
No, you as a, well, I don't know. I just know that it's connected to you and your friends.
All
It
right.
could be just you, it could be just Philip, it could be all of you. I don't know.
All right, well, I hope that Philip is able to find the rest of them and that he's in the right time and that they can make it here. Unless it's better for me to try to go to them?
No, I need y'all here. Because, and she kind of looks, or well, in the direction of the Fogwell and says, you're gonna have to jump into Fogwell.
Has anyone ever told you do a bad job of convincing people to do things? Is it wet in there?
I don't know, I've never been in there.
You want us to jump in, but you've never been in it?
Or I be the one who been in the Fogwell. It'd be wet.
Time to make Dustin do a different character voice that probably hurts after a while.
They all do be hurting.
Alright, it's wet. Great. And I think that Fig will take off, like, her very heavy jacket that she has on in preparation for having to jump into a big pool of magic water.
Cool.
Um,
Go ahead.
No, that's it.
Okay. Is there anything more that you would like to discuss with Miss Merrill in this moment of peace? Question mark. I mean, it's as peaceful as it's gonna get right now.
Honestly, I think Fig would be content just kind of like sitting in silence next to Miss Merrill for the next X amount of time that needs to exist for the rest of the party to get here. And I think she'll find like a pine cone or something to like throw for fetched with little man.
That sounds good. Yeah, I think Little Man will absolutely do so. And anytime that you're not, he's like curled up between the two of you.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That's cute.
So yeah, Philip has now explained what he's done so far to everybody else. I'm assuming he's gone over and fetched coal.
Yeah.
Question marks.
I was gonna ask him to do that if he didn't. But
Otherwise,
I got it.
Cole's trying to cross on the cracked telephone pole.
I pick him up, and on the way, I'm like, "How are you? Are you good? Are you safe? Do you have a boo boo?"
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Okay, I just worry about you.
All right.
Okay, team, we're all caught up. Miss Merrill grabbed the marble, created rainbow beams, went into the Fogwell. Raccoon touched my shins, and now I'm here. That's it. That's pretty much it.
I know I said this like, I think maybe like 30 minutes to an hour ago, but I'm very happy I'm not like a magical person.
Well, don't hold your breath, sir, because I think we're in it for the long run in this magic game.
So how do we get back?
What the fuck does that mean?
I'm not
I
gonna
don't
ask
know.
him. I don't know, 'cause I'm
Everyone,
not sure if
grab
he
my
knows.
hands or group hug.
Well, before we leave, question for the keeper. We're now on the north side, right?
Sure are.
What's it look like over here? Like, what's the
Pretty good,
lowdown?
pretty chill.
Yeah.
There's still a commotion coming from the other side of the like what's left of the exploded Miss Merrill's antique shop.
Right.
Um,
Is that cloud of seed still there, or has it dissipated? Can we see
right
that from this point?
You cannot. There's like there was an explosion that happened, but there are still some walls that are standing, and they're kind of blocking off your sight. You'd have to go around to see what's going on over there.
Sure.
Yeah, keeper. Just in case I am stupid and I forgot something. My job was just to get them right. That's all they told me.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Your job is everybody needs to be the Fogwell.
Okay.
Philip, before we go, can you just quickly fly up and see what the situation is in front of Miss Merrill's shop?
Okay.
Bring it in.
Philip flies up to get a little peep over at Miss Merrill Antique.
So on the other side is just a riot going on. There's just people just beating the ever-loving heck out of each other. Like all of them have these glowing red eyes. They're not all the Pratts either. Some of these are just citizens that you may or may not know, just brutalizing each other in the streets.
Okay, I fly back down and I go, okay, so unless you guys want to get into the mosh pit, as they say, it's kind of fucked over there.
What's a mosh pit?
It's like at a rock band, and there's a little pit, and you get in there, and they weirdly violent. The music is making them violent, and they just start beating each other and pushing each other and having a good time, really. But this is not a good time. What I saw.
Philip,
Why would they let
are you
a
looking
pit?
for the word riot?
It is a riot, yeah. I mean, I've never been
This
in one, but
doesn't
I assume
seem
it's a
very
riot.
funny.
What?
This doesn't seem very funny.
It's not.
But you said it was a riot.
No.
It's a different kind of riot.
There's other kinds of riots?
Well, riot as in like, a revolution.
I'm sorry, I thought America
Like a
had
battle.
that several
Several years ago.
No, you see, Riot is a word for a group of people getting angry and leaning into. Well, it doesn't have to be violent. You can have like a. I think you
This
can
one
have like
is
a
violent, I
non-violent riot,
assume. Yes.
or maybe at that point it's just a protest. Anyway, get in here, everyone.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
There are a few gunshots now heard from the other side as well.
Oh,
Yeah, we should
Jesus.
probably get hurt. We should
Okay.
hurry.
Yeah, Arthur will bring it in.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Ren.
So
Okay, cool.
Ren.
Cole.
Cole, man, Cole, why are you like this? Cole's gonna like look toward Miss Merrill's shop and then toward the group hug and then toward Miss Merrill's shop and then toward the group hug.
Cole, please. The easiest way to help them is to come with us.
Cole, it's not that kind of riot.
But people are getting hurt.
Yeah, and we can stop the hurt if you just come with me right now.
Do you know that for
Cole,
sure?
there's like 4 of us against a riot.
Yeah, no, Cole, I promise you, I've been in crowds of people who are running and screaming. It's not fun. It's kind of hard to calm everyone down at that point.
Oh shoot, he has personal experience with this. That's right. It's like recently, he's remembered it. And I think Cole will hesitantly join the group hug.
Okay, cool, perfect. And Philip starts shaking his shin.
All right, Fig. You see little Atticus Campbell spit on his little raccoon hands, rub them together. Yeah, exactly. You do that, and then like reach into the air like a mime and start pulling what looks like he's pulling a rope. Yeah, and I think that he he tries with his little raccoon expression.
Or like when you're at a wedding or something and someone does like the fishing rod.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's basically it. In fact, yeah, that's what he does instead. He's fishing. He doesn't just pull the rope. He does a fishing rod, and Philip, you are zapped through magical space, and everybody's dragged with him. You were just dragged through the void itself. It's probably terrifying for people who've never teleported before, as just the vastness of space condenses for a moment, and you are just jerked off of your feet and into the other, and suddenly, a moment later, light blinds you as you are deposited at the Fogwell.
Oh, okay, welcome to the Fogwell, everyone.
I can't feel my face. I can't feel my
That's
face.
so funny, neither can I.
Fuck.
Well, looks like everyone's here.
Why is Fig
Yeah,
disrobing?
why?
He asked why you're naked.
I'm not naked, FYI. I'm just not wearing my jacket. I don't know. I didn't get fully nude. Fig's not crazy.
No, I was just making a joke of like, why is Fig disrobing? As if we got there while you were taking off your jacket. But we're not.
Alright, well, let me catch y'all up to speed here. We are gonna get sent back in time. Exactly how long is uncertain, but not so far back. I assume that, I don't know, I've got no details. I can't extrapolate any information, but time magic is gonna be a thing, and we gotta go to Miss Merrill's shop when it was still standing.
As long as it's not 100 years plus, I'll be okay.
That's a concerning thing to hear. Anybody want to say or do anything before we're at the mercy of magic again?
Wait, I'm sorry. Okay. Sorry, I don't think my kidney is where it was when I left Fogwell. So we're
It might get put back in place with this next shimmy.
The classic ship of, what is the fucking Odysseus? The ship,
Nope.
Theseus?
Theseus.
yeah, ship of Theseus problem.
So we're we're going to travel in time. We're going to go to Miss Merrill's shop. What are we getting there?
We're getting something from her basement.
Figures.
I'm getting something from the basement.
And that's going to stop the mountain.
No, it's kind of an perhaps not equally important, but similarly important thing to stopping the mountain. Miss Merrill, what are we supposed to be doing again? Besides the basement task?
Well, yeah, that. So, did you all see the marble?
What?
Right, the marble.
Like a statue?
I know that. No, like Cole handed it to me off of the. Cole handed it to me after he found it, and it was. There's more of them, and Miss Merrill needs us to get them all, but we can't get them now. There's too much going on. It's too dangerous, so we're being sent back in time, where they're marked magically somehow. Miss Merrill, are we gonna be able to find them?
Oh, you'll know them.
We'll know them.
Ooh, I love it.
I trust this woman with my life, but I don't know if I
Listen.
trust myself with my life right now.
It's
Hey,
fair.
I've got 0 options.
Yeah, same. I wish there was more that we could do than this Hail Mary. But if we don't do this, I don't think we're stopping the mountain. I mean, unless you want to go through that. And she points up to the mountain, and it is saturated with seed. Like it's still basically oozing out of the mountain. We got to go up there, and in order to make it, we're gonna need these marbles. Or and she does, you know, like the hand thing, twirling her cigarette stick while thinking, and she says, "Or pearls. I don't know. Whatever helps you picture them. I don't care."
Okay.
But-
Well, okay. Fine. Somehow we'll be able to find these little marbles or pearls, whatever.
They're gonna be drawn to you.
Okay. Okay. That's probably as straight of an answer as we're going to get on that front. We're jumping back in time. At the motel, there was a movie on television. They went back to the Wild West, and there were questions about talking to one's ancestor. Are there problems on that front in this equation as well?
Time is a little more complicated than that. Don't worry too much about setting off too many time paradoxes. Just whatever you do, don't touch yourself.
Got it.
Well, okie dokie, artichoke. Let's go, team.
I feel like
That's
there's not
bait,
really.
and I'm not taking it.
I feel like there's not really time for that right now. We're kind of on a schedule.
I don't know
Well,
where
no,
you're gonna
technically, I mean, if you think about it, we're not on a schedule because we're time traveling.
I think I'm ready to go.
If anything, we're on
As
a
ready as
tighter
I'll ever be.
schedule.
I don't know. Let's get going, team.
be. What
We should
happened?
come up with a cool team name. What should our team name be?
The Fogwell 5. 1, 2, 3,
No,
4,
I
5.
I came up with that for my magic group. You can't steal
Oh.
my thing.
Sorry.
Listen,
The
whatever
Fogwell
happens,
fuck-ups.
Okay, well,
Jesus Christ.
supposed to happen. Okay, that's a wild name. I don't know what to say about that. Look, I need you all to jump down that hole.
I was told it wasn't a hole, and actually it was wet.
it's more of a puddle.
One moment you're telling
thought-
us
wait,
not
what
to
is this
touch
about? Wait, hold
ourselves,
on.
and then now we're going into a wet hole.
No, we have to get in a wet hole. God damn it, Saul, I was gonna make the joke.
team, let's go, fuck ups. Let's go.
Listen,
Get in a wet hole or else, but also don't touch yourself. What do you want?
I'm so
Whatever
confused.
whatever happens was supposed to happen.
Oh, cool. It's like, yeah.
You just
Hate
need
that.
to trust that.
I feel
Hate
like if we
that.
ask more questions, we're gonna get tossed into a huge debacle.
Exactly. So let's just keep going.
Yeah. Okay. Do we need to be like, sorry? Do we need to be like holding this clock, when we jump in, or
No.
are there like some magical words before we jump in?
No, I'm holding the clock.
Okay. So then how do we travel back in time?
You
We jump into the puddle. Come on.
I think we get a little damp, and then magic happens.
Just, yeah. Right. I'm gonna cast the spell. The Fogwell's gonna change colors, and you're gonna jump in.
Okay.
And I cannot guarantee what's gonna happen from there.
But it's supposed to happen, whatever it is.
From what I've studied, sure.
Right.
Reassuring.
I think Fig takes a deep breath and then hugs Miss Merrill, like puts her hand on Miss Merrill's shoulder to show that she's there, and like brings her in. And you can tell that Fig has maybe never hugged before in her life. Like, this is like, she's like holding, and then she kind of like lets go, and it's just like, and
Wow.
all right.
That was the most awkward hug I've had in my life.
I'm sorry. I just, all right.
I've been hugged by children before.
Miss Merrill, if something bad happens to you, I'm gonna be upset. And then I think Fig turns around and jumps into the Fogwell. Or is it too early? Are we waiting for her to do the magic? I don't want to get in. Hold on.
That's what my problem was like I didn't know if Dustin was just telling us jump into the puddle now or not.
Are we getting in now?
No,
Is it
no.
time?
I mean,
Give me a second.
If Philip
All right,
runs
all
and
right.
dives in.
Just track your skull on the bottom.
I'm gonna make
No.
sure I have all my stuff, and I'm gonna hold little man. I'm just gonna. I know you hate bats, but I'm not leaving you here. I don't trust. Side eyes the raccoon. I don't trust that thing. You're coming with me.
One.
Gives him a little kiss on the forehead,
All right.
and holds a little man gentle like hamburger.
He, all right. He kind of wriggles around uncomfortably because he knows what's about to happen. But
Look, I'll make it up to you. I'll buy you a whole cow to eat over the course of many months.
what a fascinating offer.
I know a guy. Masha's gonna mute herself.
all right. So, Miss Merrill is going to pick up the old clock. Ned, come here. Ned walks forward and she holds it out and he places his hand on it. Atticus. So does the raccoon, and of course the captain, without needing urging, reaches forward and does it as well. And she begins to chant. And at first nothing happens. At first it seems kind of like a dud. But then the clock face of this old clock begins moving backward. And it begins to glow. As it does, power begins to flow from the captain, from Atticus, from Ned, and of course Miss Merrill into this clock. And the glow grows brighter and brighter and brighter. And then a loud bang is heard. And Ned is thrown backward into a tree. And then a second one is heard, and Atticus is slung backward as well. Finally, the captain looks like he's in a whirlwind as this magic swirls from this clock that Miss Merrill's holding so tightly, until he too is slung backward. And all that's left holding this clock is Miss Merrill. Her clouded eyes glow an odd, sickly white color. And she says, one final warning. Don't fight the current. And the clock bursts out of... the clock doesn't burst. Light bursts out of the clock into the Fogwell, and it starts glowing like the moon. It's the color of the moon. And there it is.
Sorry,
Yes.
Masha, we can't hear it.
I'm whispering to
Okay.
myself. Now we get in to the...
Yeah. let's go. Okay, we'll go ahead.
Arthur, turn. Or no, go ahead.
No, please.
No, by all means.
Fig takes a deep breath and looks at little man and holds him real tight and jumps in.
Fig vanishes.
Great.
Arthur kind of takes a deep breath, looks at Ren, and holds out his hand, and he says, "We can't touch ourselves."
And Ren just like looks at Arthur with just this like loving disappointment of like, why would you say that? But also like, the only person I would accept saying this is you, and grabs Arthur's hand.
And we will jump in.
And they vanish. Well, here goes everything. And Cole jumps in and vanishes.
And Philip runs away.
Now that those guys are
Like they're
gone.
losers. Flies
Haha,
into the sun.
squares.
Yeah, Philip jumps in.
And Philip vanishes. And one last thing that we get to experience before we take our break. As you all jump into this puddle, what you experience is something unlike what most of you have ever experienced before. Philip, you are greeted by a very familiar looking creature as this jellyfish, this strange jellyfish, extends outward. And you are drawn down and down and down into this tube. All of you are. When the strange tentacles of this jellyfish begin to branch. And as they do, well, Fig, you were first, and there is a glowing bright light from one of the tubes that sucks you in. And as soon as it does, that tentacle vanishes. Another one opens, and coal is deposited in it and vanishes. And so it is. Philip, you're next. And then we come to the two lovebirds who are holding hands. But something is wrong. Because you're both being sucked in opposite directions.
Wow.
And, okay, anyway, and it pulls and pulls and pulls, and the last thing that we see before what happens next is that our vision zooms in on the hands of the two of you, gripping, I'm assuming tightly, trying to hold on to the one that you love. But it's just too much, and eventually your fingers slide apart and you're drawn in opposite directions. And then everything goes black. We'll be back in 10 minutes.
See y'all then.
Oh.
8. sick today and your nails look like shit and you can't fix it, you know. They do massage your legs and you get a pedicure. I'd show you guys my pedicure, but no feet for free.
Yes, please don't, because we are live. So
Oh, okay.
we're back.
Okay. So just head on over to Mosh's Only Feet and
I do
$5.
not.
I wonder if guys, if someone puts me on Wiki Feet, that'll be my little marker of
I've never seen any part of you below your like sternum.
Yeah, and that's how we'll keep it. I'm actually a giant octopus under here.
He is a jellyfish.
I've met everyone else in this team in person, so can confirm they have legs, or at least very good illusion of legs.
I was about to say.
Yeah, for sure. I was just hearing about Dragon Con, because I feel like I've heard that's like the big kind of like Eastern.
The one in Georgia, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Atlanta.
I've heard that's like the big con on the East Coast.
It's Gen Con's biggest like competitor.
Gotcha. So
Because I've always wanted to go. I've always wanted to go to Dragon Con.
I'm down to go to another con if they've got magic stuff.
Yep.
Speaking of cons, Gen Con is in 16 days, and your girl will be there.
Excited?
Hey.
I am so fucking stoked to go for a third year in a row, and I actually
I wish I could have
just signed up for my very first Magic draft.
Are you doing the Commander draft for Commander Masters?
I'm doing the regular draft.
Okay.
I talked to a lot of people, and they were just like, "Dude, don't build a 100 card deck."
Commander
in
draft
your
is a
first
little
draft.
wild for sure. Yeah.
Well, what's funny is the regular drafts are 5 hours, and the Commander draft is only 4 hours, and I feel like it would be the opposite. And knowing me, I mean, they're all single elimination too, so it's just
sure.
like, oh boy, I don't think it's gonna be like what you and Eric did, because what you and Eric did seemed like it was like 100 people all at once and kind of crazy, or maybe it wasn't, but it seems like it's 16 people, and it starts every hour, and then runs for 5 hours or however long.
Sure.
But it's specifically the Lord of the Rings deck, so I'm kind of stoked about that because it's a way for me to get a Lord of the Rings deck without feeling like I'm wasting money. I don't know. It obviously still costs money, but I might get a prize out of it too.
Yeah, my bank account is still crying, so I get that.
Yeah, so I'm stoked. I'll be playing some. I played no tabletop RPG last year. I just like signed up for an 8 a.m. game on a Saturday and partied a little too hard on the Friday night and was like, I'm not getting up at 7 and taking an Uber to the convention center. Like, I'm sorry, man. It's not gonna fucking happen. So this is my redemption year where I don't think I have any events before 10 a.m. So.
Hell yeah.
So what you guys have for snacks?
I finished a little bag of chocolate almonds. Jeez. That was me.
I have a crazy snack that you guys will probably not recognize.
No
it's
way.
It's going to be the third of the three things I mentioned, because y'all know popcorners. Y'all know what nectarines are. I have musk sticks.
Hang on.
They
spell
condensed
that.
Elon.
Yeah, spell that, please.
Isn't that what you?
Musk stick.
Isn't that what you give to dogs to clean their teeth?
That's a dentist stick,
Okay.
and those are usually like brown. Okay, a musk stick is a flavored confection that is from Australia, and one of the people in my IRL D&D game just spent some time abroad back home in Australia and then like other places, and came back with what must have been like a 10-pound box of musk sticks, and only like one other person in our group liked it, so he made me take this like gallon-sized Ziploc bag home of musk sticks, and I've been working through them. They taste like soap, but I like that. It's kind of like, you know, that intrusive thought of like, oh, that candle smells really good, I wish I could eat it, but you know you can't. This is kind of like, oh, I like kind of like rose flavored, like floral things, and it's also like kind of like soft.
Ooh.
Okay.
You know?
Sure.
So
Yeah.
it's like, it's a fun texture. It makes brain go burr. You either love it or you hate it. There's no one who's like mid about a musk stick.
All right.
That's
Hey.
it. That's my spiel. Who's next?
Hey, Musk Sticks, we're not looking for a sponsorship. Thank you.
Hey,
Musk
I
stick.
am.
Musk.
Sponsor me.
Musk Sticks. That's so hard. Like, yeah.
Musk sticks.
Musk
Yeah.
Sticks.
Yeah, you gotta be careful saying it. You gotta enunciate, or we're gonna have a fish sticks situation on our hands.
Who else had a snack? Chris? What'd you eat?
He's
Or
pulling
drink?
out a bar of soap as we speak.
Oh,
That would be really funny. No, I just got popcorn, big bad popcorn.
Nice.
big back popcorn.
I had some cinnamon donuts myself.
Oh, damn. All right.
Lit.
I had double stuffed Oreos and
There it
this.
is.
Oh,
Love
Water.
the sparky water.
Blackberry
Blackberry
lemonade
lemonade.
sparkling water. That's what I'm trying to say. I forgot
Waterloo's
the
pretty
words for
legit.
it.
very nice.
Shout out to Napoleon, starring Joaquin Phoenix.
Hot take. The worst sparkling water brand is Spindrift. Don't come for me.
Yeah.
Double hot take. I don't like sparkling water.
Hey.
Triple hot take. So did I, and then I've been turned around. I've been turned around. I tolerate sparkling water now for sure.
Life comes at you fast.
Yeah.
Right.
We have some Topo Chicos in the fridge. We have some
love a
La
Topo
Croix
Chico.
as well. We actually have like 4 different brands of sparkling water in the fridge right now, I think.
It's a fucking addiction, man. I love Target has their own brand, which is called Good and Gather, I think. And they have some pretty good sparkling water flavors, but they also have caffeinated sparkling waters. There's a cherry cola flavored one, which is kind of like cherry cokey, right? But it doesn't have any sugar or fake sugar or anything like that, and it's got 30 mgs of caffeine. And it's my like little afternoon pick me up at work. This sounds so sad. It's got no calories, like whatever. But it's just like sometimes you don't want to get a Coke from the chili dog place across the street
Sure.
and have 400 calories and like 100 milligrams of caffeine
Ooh.
because you're small and you'll explode if that happens to you. So
Masha is small, can confirm.
Correct.
yeah,
I'm not sure if
I've
that would
met
happen
him.
to the
I
rest of us,
can't.
but you know.
you guys could probably handle it. I cannot. I sugar crash
I
so
had
hard.
like a Starbucks thingy, one of the fancy fucks. I can't remember the name of things right now.
Fancy folks.
With coffee
Yeah.
in it at
That's
like
my
latte?
favorite food.
A blended
no
drink?
one of
A
the
frappuccino.
A nitro.
smoothie type. Yeah,
Okay.
one of the smoothie type boys.
Yeah.
At like 6 p.m. and caffeine hits you weird when you have ADHD.
True.
Did you sleep real
Because
well?
I sleep real well, but also I feel like normal. Because long story short, I can't take my ADHD medication every day this summer because then I will run out of it. So I have to like ration it, and so just having caffeine makes me feel regular. Weird world.
I get it. I'm the same way.
That's fascinating.
I
Yeah.
understand.
Very recently, I've been noticing that when I have like coffee in the mornings, it takes me even longer to like get my brain in gear for work. It's very strange. I don't know what it is. Maybe I just need to take a break from coffee for a bit. But
Chug you some water. It'll really get you going.
yeah,
Have you considered some tea? I love tea in the morning.
He's very good.
that could also be a possibility for sure. Because like when I do drink water and I'm drinking water throughout the entire day, I'm good. You know, we're chugging along, everything's fine. But it's when I have the coffee in the morning that I'm like, you know, I have to sip it. I have to.
We are dehydrating ourselves with caffeine
Sure.
like that. So it could be chronic. Oh no, my bones are being wrung dry by caffeine molecules kind of thing.
Yeah.
Speaking of being wrung dry, you guys just got hugged by a jellyfish.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I see where you were going with this. Okay.
Shut up, Eric. So yeah, everything went black. You guys were all basically torn apart into different directions, and who knows what's gonna happen now?
You do.
I don't.
Oh, shit. Okay.
This is where I bring in our special guest GM.
Hold on, let me get them in.
Sorry.
I wish. That'd be fun.
That was
No, he's
GM.
just faking you out.
Ah,
It's just me and with my other
Dustin.
webcam.
you suck.
Just imagine somebody who does join in. That like I did it again. No, I didn't do that.
Brennan
this time.
Lee
Mulligan.
Mulligan.
I couldn't function. We'd have to end the episode. I'd be
Yeah,
like, we can't. I just can't.
I feel like you can't surprise us with Brennan Lee Mulligan because too many of us.
If I ever have the honor to play with him, I need prep time.
like Batman. All right. Anyways, who wants to start? Who wants to go first?
I'll go.
Yeah. Spoiler: it's probably not going to be Cole. All right.
Just 15 minutes of Dustin talking to himself and narrating to himself.
Yeah. Now I'm just gonna let Cole fill you guys in on what happened to him once everybody's back together. As long as everybody lives, I don't know. Okay. So. Actually, no. I love you, Chris, and I appreciate you volunteering, but I'm choosing somebody else.
Damn.
Somebody else to go first. Saul,
Okay.
we're gonna start with you,
Okay.
just so that you're not sitting here guessing this whole time.
Sure.
Because I know that you have ideas of where you might be going, and all right. So everything went black. Was the last thing you remembered was being separated from Ren and everything going black.
It's not very ally of you, Dustin.
As it's, just trying to end the gay agenda, I guess. Okay. Anyway, no, you are slowly. Your eyes begin to open, and immediately, an immediate thing that you notice is the heat that's surrounding you right now. It's hot. And as you slowly become more aware of what's going on, you're lying on the ground of what looks like it's like a sort of a cement like thing. What are you laughing about?
Sorry, Eric said what I was thinking, and I was like, I'm trying to play this game to escape reality, Dustin. It's 104 degrees here right now.
God, it's been that hot here too. It's
Oh.
awful.
No, I would imagine this is actually a lot hotter because as you slowly regain yourself again, you are lying on what seems to be like I guess concrete brick, something like that, and you smell smoke. Lying on the ground next to you is another body. Another person. What do you do?
I think Arthur's going to kind of like roll away from this body and like roll away and then just kind of like prop himself up on one elbow and like attempt to gauge the situation. Like, where am I? Who's this body? Where's the heat coming from? All that kind of stuff.
Sure. So where the heat's coming from is almost immediately obvious, because you can hear things burning. So it appears that there's fire going on near you, and possibly in a not so safe way.
Sure.
The place where you are appears to it looks like a quaint little basement area of a house or something like that. It's kind of cluttered up. There's things kind of pushed up against the wall, and the person on the ground looks to be an older woman. As you look at her, she seems kind of familiar to you in a way, but like it is kind of thick with smoke right now. But you can do whatever you want. If you'd like, you can roll something. You can look at something. What do you want to do from here? Because right now the smoke is pretty thick, as the heat seems to only be growing more.
So Sorry, I'm sending a message into the Discord server.
Ooh.
So we're in a basement. This woman is lying there. She seems familiar to me, and and things are burning.
Yeah, like you right now you don't see any flames, but you can hear things burning. So like you're in the basement, so you could probably safely assume that the fire is most likely above you right now.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay, I'm going to rush over to this woman and kind of like I think he's gonna like place a hand like just above her face to feel if there's like a breath there, and just kind of like very quietly be like, excuse me, miss, can you hear me? Are you okay? You know, attempting to.
Yeah, there is a breath, but she does not respond right now.
Okay.
It appears that she may be unconscious at the moment.
Gotcha. Is there a way out of this room? Or I guess
What?
Can I read a bad situation?
Please read a bad situation. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, did you want me?
No. I was trying to think of things.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I've got a 5 and a 3, which makes it an 8, and then it's a plus cool, I believe, or no, it's plus sharp.
Plus sharp.
Which I still have a +1 too, so it would just be a 9.
Okay, so hold one.
And then I would like to ask, what's my best way out?
So there are some stairs going up to what looks like a door. And then behind you, there also appears to be another door going further into the basement. There may be something in that direction.
Right, and then you told me that the fire was more than likely above us, like the smell of smoke and all that kind of stuff is coming from above.
Most likely, and upon looking at the door, you can see smoke coming from underneath it.
Great. Okay. Damn. For some reason my mind is trying to go back to my fucking fire chit training for Boy Scouts and trying to remember what we need, like, you know, you stay low, you test doorknobs and all that kind of stuff, but like if the ceiling above you is on fire and the floor above you is about like for sure on fire, maybe possible collapse, then what the fuck are you doing? Okay. I'm going to Arthur's going to kind of like heft this woman kind of like up into his arms, and I think he's going to continue going down into the basement, or like deeper into the basement, like you said, like that there was another.
So as you lift this woman up, you hear something clatter in that direction that you were about to head, and a robed figure stands there in the smoke and says, "Who the fuck are you?"
Arthur is going to, like, you know, he still has both hands holding the woman, and he's gonna say, "Does it really matter? The place is on fire."
And the figure pauses for a moment and seems to be lost in thought. Again, the fog is so thick, you still not even seeing the woman's face. So seeing this person who is actually farther away from you makes it even more difficult. And
Strange.
He begins to approach you from the smoke, and as he gets closer, his face comes into view, and it's smiling, and he says, "Oh well, I guess we'll just have to use 2 sacrifices this time." And sticking out from his ear is a worm.
Lovely. Okay, I think Arthur's sword obviously is still sheathed, and he's using both hands to hold this woman. So if possible, Keeper, depending on how close this guy gets, I would like Arthur to drop down to his knees and attempt a sweeping kick to knock him onto the floor, while still holding the woman in his arms, if possible.
Yeah, you know what? Why don't you go ahead and roll to kick some ass, and we'll see if you can make this happen.
Okay, that's 5 and a 4, which is a 9. I have +2 to tough, which makes it an 11.
Okay. Yeah. So you can do that, and you're wanting to force him where you want him. You're wanting to trip him backward, basically, right?
I want him to like collapse on the ground. Yeah, like I said, like drop down, sweep the leg or sweep both legs, and have him kind of like fall on the ground, so that Arthur can like pop back up and, I guess, go the way that he came from because the other way's on fire.
Sure. So he will fall down, and what's the harm?
I think it's just. I feel like it's just one harm because it's.
Okay. Oh yeah, because
Yeah.
you're just actually if you're not trained in martial arts, it's like no harm, but you still do what you wanted to do. So he just kind of falls and is lost in smoke for a moment. That allows you to move past.
Correct. I'm trying to determine if I have something that allows for that, but I can't see it right now. So we'll just go that way.
Okay. So we'll say that he has tripped and fallen into the smoke and basically bumped his head, and allows you to move past him.
Cool.
And as you move further into the basement, it's clear that this is a pretty small basement. The room that you step into, however, is a lot more clear. And maybe to kind of answer your question from that you may be thinking, there is modern technology here.
Okay.
So there's like this little old radio sitting on what looks like a little workbench, but most of the place is cluttered. But on the ground looks to be like a pentagon, basically, like
a pentagram.
someone has set this up. Yeah, pentagram. Yeah, not pentagon. Yeah, there's a pentagram on the ground. Shut up, guys. A pentagram on the ground. But this area is a lot more clear, and you're able to finally make out the face of the woman you're carrying. And that is, of course, for those of you who may be wondering, Turntables RPG mainstay, Old Lady Brenda.
Let's go!
Okay, so then he definitely doesn't need to be carrying her with both arms. She's light as a stick.
All right, but we're gonna move on to someone else for now. So we're gonna put you on pause for a moment, and we are going to move on to Mars. I choose you. Mars, when you come to, you are in the air, plummeting to the ground.
Great.
And
Love that.
You smack into the ground, and it doesn't feel great. At least there's no fire where you are.
Yeah.
But the very air of this place is odd. Wherever you are is not where you came from. As you kind of try to get your bearings of the place, it looks like there's basically two main directions that you can go in. One direction leads toward what looks like almost a dark castle area, surrounded by wicked-looking woods, and the other way is more, I guess, foresty, but it still feels incredibly weird with where you are. So what would you like to do?
Shit. I think. And when Ren wakes up, or when Ren comes to, when Ren shows up here, I assume there's no one like around, right? They're just standing in a forest.
Yeah, the only thing around is trees.
All right. I'll head towards the castle, I guess.
Perfect. So you start to walk that way, and as you do, the trees around you they're growing basically more and more spooky, you could say, as they have less leaves on them, and just less life all around. And as you walk, it's starting colder. And something feels off. And just in your peripheral, you see movement within the trees.
Can I investigate a mystery?
Sure.
Or read a bad situation, whichever
either of them
think
works. Either of them works, honestly.
I think investigate a mystery makes more sense to me.
Sure, you don't know for sure if you're in a bad situation right now or not. So investigate a mystery is
Yeah.
probably a good way to do it.
Oh, hell yeah. That's a 10. Or an 11. That's an 11.
All right, hold two. You can ask what happened here, what sort of creature is it, what can it do, what can hurt it, where did it go, what was it going to do, and what is being concealed here.
What is being concealed here?
Oh, I was hoping you'd ask me that question, which is usually probably not what you want the keeper to tell you.
Yeah, right?
You turn to look into these dark woods to see to where the movement that you saw, and the thing that was moving is not hiding itself from you. A large figure begins walking from the trees, and it isn't long before a large snake man makes his way from the woods. And he glares at you and takes a swing in your direction with one of his giant arms.
What are the arms made of, Dustin?
What do you mean?
What do you mean by that?
What do you mean? I mean, they're just made of bugs. It's fine.
Shit.
Time to take 8 damage in one go.
You're about to be dead, kiddo.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was my goal all along.
Ren is just fucking running. Like, Ren is like, I think they try and duck under this swing, and then they're just gonna fucking get the hell out of there.
That's fine. You hear calling after you. Give my body back.
Oh, Ren is not happy about this. I think they reach up to their, like, the back of their shoulders and their neck, where I don't know if we've ever, like, sort of zoomed in on this before, but Ren has some remnants of red scales on their back, and they're surrounded by scar tissue. And I think Ren is just like booking it, like, just, they're not paying any attention to where they're going. They're just getting the fuck away.
What direction did you run in? Just that's all I need to know.
From this figure. So if the figure appeared in front of them, you said it appeared to the side of them, right?
In the peripherals. Mm-hmm.
So, I guess directly away from that, so parallel to the castle.
Okay, sounds good. As you run, your footsteps echo in odd ways around you. These trees are casting incredibly strange shadows that they should not be able to. There's no real light source to make these shadows. And as you look back over your shoulder to make sure that this snake creature is not following you, when you return your gaze to the front, it's there, and you collide with its chest.
And I think
will
Ren,
be one
like,
again.
Ren falls back and against like this creature, and I'm gonna use my second investigative mystery hold to say what can hurt it. I think Ren is just trying to. Ren is like, okay, I can't run from this thing. I'm just gonna try and fight it.
I know I can hurt it, but I'm trying to think of a way to tell you how to hurt it. I got it. Okay. So your weapon of choice, your Kopesh, what is it made of?
Mm-hmm. Bronze.
Okay. I'll say that I can see. I'm just trying to think of a way of telling you how to do this. When you swing with what you have, it seems to almost go through the creature and do almost nothing to it. So you can assume that bronze is not a way to hurt it. But I can't think of a way for you to know what can hurt this creature right now. So
that's okay.
I'll let you hold on to that, and then when I'm able to tell you, I will. But as of right now, from what I know, you have no way of knowing this.
Okay, that's fine. I think Ren is just gonna kind of I think they like swing their Kopesh and it just goes through, and they're just gonna like kind of curl up. I think they're just gonna, they don't know what to do. They've ran, they fought. Gonna kind of curl up and just start whispering almost to themselves, go away, go away, go away, go away.
You are nothing without me.
And Ren just covers their ears and starts whispering louder.
And, well, as you do, a shadow is cast over you in the form of this snake creature. And then another one. And then another one. And then another one. And before you realize it, you are surrounded by these snake men. These apophysi. And they all begin to shout, "You are nothing without me. You are useless. You are weak."
And I think Ren just kind of collapses in on themselves. I think they are alone. They are being faced with this remnant of their past. They're being told that they are weak and that they're not good enough. And I think they just fall apart, and they start sobbing. They're no longer covering their ears. They're holding their face in their hand, and they just, you see the scales on their back just heaving with heavy sobs, and they're kind of just prone. They feel like there's nothing they can do.
Lovely. And then you see one fall. And then another one. And another one. Sounds familiar. But yeah, they collapse in front of you and then burst into this strange dark energy. And as you turn to look to see, there is this shining light in the shape of a knight holding its hand out to you, and it says, "Thou lookest as though thou hast encountered a problem. Dost thou need help?" And it extends a hand out to you to basically help you up.
And I think Ren just looks so fucking confused
Good.
at the face of this knight, and
Well, you can't see its
nods
face.
their head.
It's got a
Visor.
helmet.
The helm, I guess, of this knight. And nods their head and grabs the knight's hand.
All right. And the knight hefts you up and says, "Thou must be careful in the land of the Fae." And then we will move from you. We'll come back to that in a minute. I'll let you unpack for a moment what just happened to poor Rin.
Just gonna let you unpack what I put you through.
You know,
Yeah.
unpack your baggage. That's all on you and your fault alone.
Mhm.
I had nothing to do with.
Yep.
And Fig, you are actually in a rather familiar looking place, sort of. Like, I mean, you're in as familiar looking a place as the forest around Fogwell can look. Like, you're not in a specific spot that you like probably know well. Like, you're not at the ranger station or the watchtower or anything like that, or the fire watch or whatever you want to call it. But you are in the woods, and you can tell by some things around you that you are in the woods around Fogwell.
Okay.
What would you like to do to get yourself started?
Do I have little man?
Little man is gone. No, I'm just kidding.
I
Marsha was
would
about to
fly to
jump through
Kentucky
the
and just
screen.
fucking fight you. Yeah, God. I'm gonna wait 3 to 5 minutes, and just listen. I am listening for my friends. I am listening to the sounds of the woods. I'm trying to just get a lay of the land in case they've like plopped down nearby. I don't want to be like also moving.
I think during this 3 minutes, you hear a gunshot.
From where?
The woods. How does your tracking thing work? Why don't you tell me that? Because I don't know if that would allow you to have directional hearing within a forest. Like, it's kind of hard to tell.
I feel like it would be mostly like investigate a mystery or read a bad situation, because my tracking is looking when you find a spot where a monster has been. So that's like far off. Yeah.
All right, yeah. Why don't you roll investigate a mystery then, if you would like to figure out what's going on here?
Yes, please. Excuse me while I, with my still somewhat freshly painted nails, have a hard time getting my dice
Take your time. It's fine.
going. I actually bought these dice sets at my first Gen Con. Baby's first Gen Con. Okay. That was a 3 and a 6, which is 9, plus my 3 sharp is a 12. And I do have advanced investigative mysteries, so let me go read the beautiful text for that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I have the books, I just, on an advanced, you may ask the keeper any question you want about the mystery. not just the listed ones. And I get a hold too, right? So
You do that.
where did the gunshot come from?
The gunshot came from I guess we'll just say the northeast. It's a bit further away from what you assume is the direction of Fogwell.
Okay.
Not much farther, though.
I mean, I don't think any of the other questions... I can't remember how we ruled this. Do I get to ask a second question that's any question I want, or does my second question need to be from the list?
What do you think, fellow keepers? What are we...
I think what we've ruled before is that you get, like, one freebie question, and then one question has to be from the list, but
Okay.
it's been a while since we've had this situation, too.
That is true. This is the, like, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm okay with
Not often we're
continuing
rolling
that,
well enough.
but like
So,
also it
okay.
is the finale, so if we all,
Yeah.
I'm okay with making an exception if there's another question that you want to ask that's not on the list. If everyone else is okay with it too.
Yeah, go
Yeah,
for it.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah, you can ask any question. I'm the
might be-
keeper.
Yeah. This is information that I might have without this move. What season is it? Season 3. Haha, I'm kidding. I mean, like weather-wise, like, does it seem like we're in winter now or spring? Like, I want to start getting my bearings of like when and where I am.
This is a hard question for me to answer. Because we are so bad at, like,
Yeah.
at times.
Is it because sometimes we don't play for a month of real life time?
I don't know the answer to this question. I wouldn't charge you for it, but like,
Are you asking because in winter there would be tracks?
I will say it's in probably the same
yeah,
season.
good, smart.
It's probably the same season that you left.
Okay.
Like, so whatever season it was in current, you're not too far off from that. So
Okay.
spring, summer, like it's not winter or fall.
Okay. Regrettably, I'm going to move towards the sound of the gunshot.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I can understand that. So you, as you walk through, you obviously head toward the gunshot itself, and you are greeted by, not at the gunshot spot, but as you walk in that direction, you are greeted by a rather disturbing image of a deer carcass pinned to a tree by some wood, it looks like.
Well, I know what that gunshot means then. I think that I know... I'm not going to mess with it. I think I'm just going to go straight to Miss Merrill's shop. Just hoof it to try to get to the deed and what we need there.
Okay.
Or am I supposed to be around here for one of those little marbles?
Who knows?
I wish I had... What's that move that I think that the mundane gets?
Oops.
No. I don't know what I'm thinking of. Yeah, I'm just gonna start trying to get to...
Fogwell?
Miss Merrill's house, yeah.
All
Shop.
right. So you start heading in that direction. You will need to go out kind of on the road to do that. It's probably going to be the easiest way for you to do it anyway. Then, of course, I guess for you, going through the town kind of makes sense. Would you like me to switch somewhere else real quick while you do this?
Yeah, there's like a weird beeping coming from my oven that has now stopped. I think I'm gonna go check that out and make sure it's not...
So then
bad.
we'll just let you head toward the road, and in the meantime, we'll switch up
Okay,
to our
thank
final
you. Yeah.
our final space and time. Hey, Philip, how's it going? Have you missed me? Philip, you wake up or does Philip sleep?
Nope.
Well, you regain yourself, I guess is a better way of saying that then, because for a moment you were lost to yourself. Maybe you were visiting your other selves or something. I don't know. Either way, you You awaken surrounded by multiple small buildings, it looks like. In the distance, you can see some sort of fence that looks to be surrounding your area, and yeah. So
Yeah.
you're surrounded by a few
Mhm.
different buildings here. What would you like to do?
I don't. Well, I I think it's very like I do think it's kind of like that Justice League animated like Lex Luthor possesses the Flash and then takes off his mask and
Oh,
he's just
sure.
like, I have no idea who this is.
I just watched that last night. Like, no joke.
Oh,
I just watched that last night.
Hell yeah.
I think it really is a moment where Philip looks around and he's like, well, I have no idea what I am. And then
True.
I cool. I guess I'll roll something. I guess does read a bad situation? No, let's do investigate a mystery.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think you guys can investigate a mystery or read a bad situation going forward from here because both are kind of pertinent to your situations.
Yes. How much? What's my frickin' things? Oh, I have a 0 sharp. Oh, okay. So I rolled a 2 and a 5, so that's a 7.
Okay, so you get to hold one. It's
Um. I don't know if what is being concealed here or what happened here. Because I feel like I know what happened here
do you?
in a meta sense.
What does Philip
Uh,
know?
Yeah, Philip. Until Philip 100% hears that this is the compound, he does not know what happened here. So I'm gonna ask what is being concealed here.
Okay, so you did know like what you came here for, which was to find one of those weird marble things. You also know that your friends got sent in as well, but we won't worry about that for now. All you do know is that something smells pretty good right now, and it looks like one of these buildings may be the source. Possibly a cook or a lunch room or something like that. So,
Oh boy, I wish my stomach insides were still intact. Yum yum yum. Let's go. And yeah, I guess Philip is sort of like in a mindset of he doesn't have any clue where to start, so he's just gonna walk towards and see if he can run into a friendly face and ask what it was, if they can point him in the right direction.
okay. Sure. Well, you seem to have figured it out yourself of where you are. Where would you like to go?
I guess I'm gonna follow the scent, just because that's Philip's only lead of where living life shall be.
Okay, sure. So you head into this, I guess this building, and inside you can hear like pots bubbling and maybe a bit of sizzling going on as you step in. There are some crates along the wall, and a strange little man cooking away at one of the chef tables.
I think if Philip, quickly zips up his hoodie, and
True.
and sort of leans in and goes, "How to do, neighbor? Just a friendly face, passing through."
Oh, why did I do this to myself? He's got a French accent, right?
No, he's it's
Yeah.
kind of like, "Hello, child.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Would
Okay.
you like some? Would you like a
I was thinking of the guy from
Some
Ratatouille.
mystery.
apple with?"
And who might you be? Yes, as he turns to look in your direction.
Hello, stranger. I've never met before. A kind of head turn, as he's like, do you? I'm just a friendly passerby, as I said. No name to my name, and shall I say, what a fine eatery you have here in this youth camp.
That is a weird way of putting it. Have the guests arrived already?
The guests eat maybe, for which I am one.
Maybe.
Yeah, sure, maybe. So yeah, so hey, have you seen any weird glowing marbles?
I do not tend to play with the children. The parents frown upon that.
Okay, well that's sort of a weird way to phrase that. Kind of concerning in a way. Uh, do you? And yeah, no. So have you seen a marble? Have you seen? Have you seen a glowing marble?
No, the children, again, do not come around with their toys.
No, but not like a literal marble. I'm saying, have you seen an orb, a pearl?
Are
kind of
you okay?
No.
Hmm.
Are you?
No. I'm hungry. Would you like something to eat?
Well, why would if you're hungry, why would I want something to eat? You're so silly the way you talk like that.
Because I'm going to make myself something, and it would be rude not to offer. I am the chef here, after all.
That's cool. I wish I had a job still.
Oh dear. Well, you are in the right place if the world is frowned upon you.
Oh, that's great. I'm looking for a place to belong, and I'm really looking for a sense of community.
Good. Why don't you come over here and we will talk more about it?
Well, you just seem like a lovely guy, and I would like to learn more about your little adventures.
Oh, I've had many adventures. Please,
No
come.
way, same.
I'll cook you up something extra tasty.
That's cool. I could tell you all about my adventures. There's like at least several episodes. It could maybe fill up like 2 seasons of television.
Oh, we have a television personality here. Perhaps they would be interested. Although he is often very sad.
No way, same.
Well,
Cool. Yeah, I'm not really hungry, but I would like, but I would like to know. Do you? Again, I'm sort of mostly. Do you know anyone who sort of is an expert on weird shit?
the only one around here that seems to be that way is the daughter.
Who? The what? The whatever?
The daughter.
Is she cool?
Um, she seems to think so.
That's cool. Can you point me in a direction?
Oh, I don't know where she might be right now.
Okay, kind of. Okay, weird. Okay, I guess. Kind of
Hey.
felt like.
Why don't I have an idea. Why don't you come inside and have a bite to eat with me, and then we
That's
can
so.
look together.
That's so interesting. How determined you are to have me eat food with you. In a totally not creepy and suspicious way. You seem like such a friendly gentleman, and I would hate to be rude.
Good. Good. Yes, don't be rude to me. I have so much food to cook here.
Cool. Do you want to have like a to-go bag? I'm kind of in a rush.
I'm more into buckets.
Wow, that's so interesting. Do you have a bucket? Do you have a bucket we could eat while we go?
I'm not prepared now, I'm afraid.
Oh, that's so okay. Well, sorry. Well, I'll see you later, best buddy.
I'll cook something up for you. You can come back and eat it then after you find your toys or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah?
sure. We'll say that.
Lovely, lovely. I'll get to work right away.
Oh, thank you so much. You're so charming, and you're beautiful in your own special way, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
I've become more creepy as time goes on. It feels like my voice is growing worse and worse.
Don't worry, that happens to me too. See you later, bud. Keep it
Goodbye.
up. Keep up with the good work. Yeah, he's just gonna start waddling away.
What a tasty specimen.
And he waddled
Yum
away.
yum. Anyway.
So,
Cool.
yeah,
And
so you've been given a clue now, at the very least.
interesting. Yes, I will go find. I'm gonna go look for children.
Nothing bad has ever happened when Philip went to look for children.
True. If there's one thing.
All right, so while you go look for kids, okay, that's odd. Uh,
Oh goodness.
let's see. We're running low on time, so I'm just trying to think of a good place for us to kind of wrap up for this particular week. Good. We're gonna end with the party separated. I love it. I love it. I think we're gonna end with Fig. We're gonna come back to you because we kind of cut your little part short there.
Yeah, my oven was making noises. Everything's fine though. That's
Okay.
good.
That's
It's
good.
on fire. That's very good. Yeah, we'll definitely explore ovens on fire more next week, probably, right? So, anyway, the joke
What do
is
you mean by that? What do you mean
joke is
by
because
that?
What do you mean by that?
in a fire and he's being baked alive because he's got
Oh
a
yes,
sticker.
of course. Ha 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 ha.
It's a funny joke, guys. All right, anyway, so Fig is currently walking through the
The
woods
woods.
after seeing a nice, lovely thing that might sound familiar to Fig herself. But anyway, there, as you make your way again, the fastest way is to find either a trail or the road. Something like that. I guess Fig could probably make it through the woods, but even then, um, the road is still probably the best choice. But if you want to do something different, you're more than welcome.
No, Fig would definitely take the road, and I also realized that the fucked up deer was my mystery, so Fig was actually not there. But she definitely heard about it from everyone else.
Yeah, wild how that is, isn't it? As you make it to the road, you hear, like you walk along the road for a little bit, and then you hear the loud like rumbling of a truck coming up behind you. Like it's not coming for you, but there is a truck heading toward Fogwell, basically. Is what I'm saying.
I turn to look at it. Is the truck familiar?
Probably. I mean, you've seen it around Fogwell before, I'm sure. As it belongs to the Beckhams, actually.
Okay. I'm gonna not be in the middle of the road.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna try to wave them down or anything like that.
Okay. That's fine. As the truck, he's going very, very fast. Like something is going on there, and it flies past you. Sorry, a bug flew like right in front of my face. Anyway, sorry.
Sure.
So he flies past you, going just so fast. Actually, one thing you do recognize by the truck as it drives past you, it has a red tank in the back of it. A very familiar looking red tank.
Oh. Put that in my brain for later? Earlier? Later?
wild, isn't it?
Later.
Later, earlier, depends on who you ask. And I'm gonna keep walking.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's going to take you a little bit to get to town.
I know, but I don't want to ride with the Beckhams, so.
Why not? Well, Beckhams are fine. When has anything bad ever happened from a Beckham? Name one time.
I can name like 4 times. I will continue walking, and as I continue walking, nothing. I've got nothing. I'll check my phone to see if I have service.
Okay. You don't. It's got the like full on no service detected.
Okay. I am in the woods, so
Are in the woods,
kind of can't be mad about that. Also, back in time.
and also you did travel through time. That's probably your service plan probably does not cover time travel. I would assume. Okay, so you're walking, and I think that for the most of the journey is pretty uneventful. It's a little hot out, but otherwise you're fine until you get a little bit closer to Fogwell itself, and you hear how do I describe the sound of this?
Uh-oh.
A human screaming.
Investigate, please. What's going on? Maybe.
Go ahead and roll. Find out what's going on.
Okay. Are we thinking that this is investigate a mystery or read a bad situation?
Let's go with read a bad situation for this one. Let's do it.
Read a bad situation?
Yeah. I don't mean inhumans screaming, but that may end up being the better option from what Fig might be finding.
I rolled an 11 plus my 3 sharp is 14.
Good.
That's advanced. I can ask you any questions, not just the listed ones.
Okay.
And I get a whole 3.
You.
Cool. What's the biggest threat?
Probably. Okay. Did you go in the direction? Or are you trying to gauge?
I am always walking towards where the bad stuff is, baby.
That's all right. Most of us do that.
Yep.
Okay. The biggest threat. So as you walk into, so you've had to walk into the woods a little bit to go toward the sound, and a clearing opens up, and there's like it looks like a rock slide that's happening here. There's like a cliff there, and there is a rock slide. Pinned beneath the rock slide is what appears to be a deer, and it's trying its hardest to get out, and it can't. But you know that deers don't usually scream. I mean, they can. I've heard deers terrifying sounds, but this sounds like a human scream. What can make a human scream is a human, but also a very large cat as it steps out on the rocks above. I take it from your guys' looks that you've never heard a mountain lion before.
Yeah, I have. I live in
Okay.
California. They do sound like people. It's awful. It's harrowing. I hate the way they scream.
It's terrifying. But yeah, there is a mountain lion there. However, you did not ask me what a big threat was. Your question was, what is the biggest threat?
Yup.
And that would probably be the swarm of 3 or 4 vampires crawling out of where the rock fell from. Or like whatever those things were. The vampire like
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it's not just Alex isn't crawling out of one of those holes or anything. It's the weird vampires with a Y or whatever.
Cool, vampire. Cool. Considering I can ask you any question about the situation,
Okay.
I don't know if this actually counts.
Well, ask it, and then I will tell you if it counts.
Have the vampires noticed me yet?
I don't think so. I don't think anything in this scene, other than maybe the deer, has noticed you yet, because all the others have another prey in mind.
Can you repeat that? Who has not noticed me yet?
The deer has noticed you. Neither the mountain lion nor the vampires have noticed you because they're focused on their original prey. The mountain lion is looking at the deer, and the vampire are looking at the mountain lion.
Gotcha. I'm going to level my rifle at one of the vampires and just try to shoot it.
Sure, why don't you roll to kick some ass?
Boo. Bad idea. Fig's bad at that. 7 plus my 1 tough is an 8, so mixed success.
All right, so you and whatever you're fighting inflict harm on each other. This thing is a little too far away to really inflict harm on you. So you shoot it, and it falls to the ground. In place of you being harmed, you just shot a gun.
Yep.
And I do believe that that's going to draw some attention from everything.
Loud is one of its tags.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah.
I would be astonished if it wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that at that point, the mountain lion and the remaining 3 vampire all turn to look at you.
Oops.
They do not seem very pleased at all. This is a very dangerous situation as the mountain lion leaps off of its perch and lands in front of you. Very big cat. And the vampire take flight and move in your direction as well.
Should have left it alone.
And very dangerous situation, especially when you hear something else running at you from the woods.
Ah, fuck. Bet it's that bitch Cornunos.
As that bitch Cornunos reaches the trees, grabs one of the vampires, and slams it to the ground. To
Oh wow!
it beneath.
Look, he's helping that bitch Carnunos.
That bitch Cornunos. I'm sorry, I don't mean to talk shit about him, but like, what a cop.
And he turns
To
to look
humans,
at you
baby.
and says, "You are not supposed to be here."
I know that, Cornunos. I was trying to leave, but I don't want these weird little vampire guys running around neither.
He blinks at you and he says, "No. You are not supposed to be here."
Where am I meant to be then?
Your own time.
I don't know how to get back. That's something I forgot to ask Miss Merrill, so...
Of course it was the woman. For now, we will deal with this, and then we will talk. And I think that is where we will leave it for this session.
Cornunos sucks. Hate his ass.
So I was like, man, I like it.
Yes,
I don't
think-
want
I
to
think
talk
he's
about it.
great.
I don't want to
He's-
talk
he's
about it.
just
Let's
kind of
just
become
let's just
pop,
let's just
okay?
continue. To
It's
humans,
whatever.
yes.
It's what we did to him, though.
Yeah,
it's what
yeah,
we
it's not
did
Saul's
to him.
fault.
Saul created him with best intentions, and we ruined it.
He was very cool when he was introduced. I think like season 2, he first came in and he was this like cool mystical creature.
I hit him with
And
a
then he
van.
was like,
I
and he was like,
ran
"You can't
over.
go woods," and I was like, "You can't tell me what to do." I can't believe you leave me off on this.
So, did we conclude the current mystery?
No.
No,
Oh,
there's
Did we
more
say
questions
someone-
than ever. Sorry.
there certainly are. Did we say someone from certain death or worse?
No.
I saved that lady
No.
from being sacrificed. For right
I
now.
mean, you haven't yet.
Yeah, you're in process of saving.
But I mean, like, immediate threat. You know, he had a knife and everything, you know. And technically,
Maybe
Arthur
he would-
did save... Or Philip saved Arthur and Ren.
I don't know if we count ourselves.
Yeah, I don't think we count ourselves.
I mean, you guys definitely
Or
have
each
the
other,
option
rather.
to save someone from certain death or worse, but chose to not break up the riot.
Oh yeah.
Right. Because that... sure, Dustin.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
for
on
sure.
us,
Yep.
Dustin.
Yeah, that's on us. That's
Okay,
on us.
Dustin.
Cool. Did we learn something new and important about the world?
Time travel.
Time travel exists.
We
Well,
didn't
we-
know that.
yeah,
These
we
characters
We
didn't
kind of
know.
knew that
Ren
already.
knew about it, technically. Kind of. Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, so did Fig, because Fig has done it. But I still think that
I think it's a new thing because
it is.
Fig experienced a different kind of time travel. Like you even had
Yes.
Miss Merrill explain it to her in that way, of like you did a time travel, but how about time travel too? Electric Boogaloo. I was like, okay.
This is the sequel
Yeah.
to Time Travel. Yes.
Also, hate that Cornunos just knows, bastard man. It's
Of
just like
course
you're
he
not supposed
knows.
to be here.
You are unnatural to the world. Of course he knows.
Blah, whatever. It's not my fault.
And did we learn something new and important about one of the hunters?
Yeah, we didn't really spend a lot of time together.
Yeah, we kind of didn't.
Yeah. Not really. I honestly don't think we did.
I don't think so either.
So one.
That's
One
One.
XP.
One XP.
Great, I level up.
All right.
Hey, there
I'll
you
message
go.
you, Dustin.
All right. Sounds good. So, I'm now fireproof.
No.
Angel's Wings.
Oh
No.
gosh. Oh no. You totally
ulti-
could.
Now I got
The
to take a
ultimate
person with me.
campaign destroyer.
Nah.
Nah. Useful in this
So-
situation, for sure.
So that's
It would be.
everyone, right? That's everything.
Yep, it was those 4 questions.
All right. Anything else that we need to announce? Any other topics of conversation to bring up with chat that anybody
Nope.
can think of?
Not really.
Okay.
If anything comes up before next Tuesday that would come into conflict with the normal schedule, we will announce about it on the Discord. But otherwise, thank you all for joining us. We appreciate it. Does anybody have any sign outs before we sign out?
Nope.
I love you.
Love you. Drink some water, please. When's the last time you like moved your neck a little bit, fam? Get on that.
Yeah.
Remember to be kind to yourselves, and we will catch you next Tuesday. Thanks so much for joining us. Good night, y'all.
Bye.
Bye bye.